Other things we may want to do include adding foliage replicators. This is how we get a forest or grass or other fun things like this. So we click on Environment and FX Foliage Replicator, and we give it a name. We'll just call this White Pine Tree. And we'll hope I can find the white pines, if I remember where I put them. And so here we can see where it is. If we want to move the little box, it will actually move the whole ring. You can turn this purple ring on and off, but that is the area locator. It shows me where my trees are going to be located. Now I need to go to the inspector. This is how I tell it which trees to load. I can also change the size of the ring and how many trees I want to put in. Right here I can tell it to put in 100 trees. The foliage retries. That's how many times it tries to place an object or a new foliage when there is an object blocking it. I'm going to take that down because the more retries we have, the more processing it takes, and we don't really care if there's a tree right up against the wall. So I'm going to take that all the way down to 1 because it doesn't matter to me if there's no trees on the wall. Here's where we change the size of the ring. This is 128 right now. This does not have to be a power of 2. I can make it 300 if I want. And so now I have an oblong ring, and I can make it 300 by 200 if I want. And that spreads them out over a wider area. The foliage file right here, these 3 little dots, the ellipses, is how I select my file. It will open up a window, and I want to make sure I'm in the right place, and then I'm going to select my file. We have it located in a special area. You'll have to know where your files are. Your files will most likely be in a different place than my files. So I think I might have a tree over here called white pine. There we go. We want to select, this is the foliage replicator, so I'll need the image for this one. Okay, we can right click to get a view, thumbnails. I forgot I was doing a foliage replicator. In my mind I was doing a shape replicator, which is how we do trees. So we need, these images aren't going to work. So we need to go where I actually have some foliage folders. Billboards, foliage, there we go. Trees. Nope, I don't have any in that one. I don't have any in that one either. There we go. Here's some grass, or shrubs. Do some little white flowers. Now we'll have to change the name of our things. We change this to white flower and click apply. And now if we go down closer to the ground, we should see our little flowers on the ground. There we go. So now we have little white flowers all over the ground. Because it's flowers, we can, and they're spread out over so far, we might want to add a few more. So we can do, let's do 1,000 flowers, then you'll really be able to see a difference. Now, there we go. Look at all those pretty flowers. So that's how we do a foliage replicator. And we have some really nice looking plants out here. You can change the size of them by changing the minimum and maximum sizes. So if we wanted to have some big ones and some little ones, we can do that. Right now we have a minimum height of 1. We can actually change that to a fraction, so we can make some little half-size ones, and a maximum height of 5, which is pretty large. There's a pretty big difference there. And when I press apply, now you can see some little teeny tiny ones. And you can see that the size 5s, those are taller than our avatar. So you want to keep that in mind as well. We probably don't want flowers that are as tall as our avatar, so we'll put that to 2. Now they're about half her height, which is still pretty large, but it will do okay for our sample.